We're flying at an altitude of around 8,000 feet in this specially designed B-17 V-5 helicopter. Looking at the cloud cover outside, perhaps most helicopters may have to just return from their path. However, that is not the case with this aircraft, and the reason for that, we'll just speak to the commander of the flight. The three valleys, namely Badrinath, Govindgarh, Harshil. Yaar, bhai sahab, today's rescue effort primarily targeting 4 destinations across the 3 valleys, namely Badrinath, Govindgarh, Harshil, as well as Gaurikund, has yielded the rescuing of almost 3,000 people, if not more. This figure does not include those who prefer to walk away instead of being airlifted. Now, notwithstanding the advisory issued by the Weather Department, the security forces engaged in one of the biggest rescue operations ever will make a fresh assessment to ensure that as many birds as possible can take to the skies and people can. Flights today travel to the other side of the Niyamgiri hills to the village of Lanjigarh, which after years of neglect saw an opportunity for growth when this plant came up on its fringe. Sadly, in their tribal counterparts exercising their rights, the locals of Lanjigarh are feeling threatened. The sudden downswing in their fortune is evident from the mounting deaths and migration out of Lanjigarh. Not surprisingly then, the locals here are opposed to the growing tide of resentment which has the survival of this very plant at its heart. Residents of Lanjigarh who have also lived in abject poverty for years, the coming here of the Vedanta plant meant growth, more jobs and more business. We are right now at what can definitely be called as the entry gate to the much hyped Abujmad area, which essentially in the local language means the unknown forest. This area has been known to be a stronghold of the Maoists, an area which even the Survey of India has never officially come and done a survey about. Perhaps policemen and constables, they are right now being taken away. This is the scene out here at the India Gate. Police and the administration determined to climb down and ensure a total implementation of Section 144 at the India Gate complex. We're flying at an altitude of around 8,000 feet. Now let me tell you, it is because of the fact that this is a brand new Mi-17 V-5 helicopter which has a specially designed weather radar is the reason why we are still able to fly. I'll ask my cameraman to show you the kind of cloud cover which exists outside. Now in a typical situation, most of the helicopters would have had to turn back given the kind of dense cloud cover that you see outside. It is only and only because it is a Mi-17 V-5 helicopter which has a specially made weather radar that this helicopter is able to actually pierce through all the clouds and carry on flying. Now what I am given to understand is that this radar actually tells you the weather ahead, where there are clouds, where there aren't clouds, and just what is the difficulty in operating. It is because of these reasons that this helicopter is able to continue flying. We are flying right now on the Garhwal axis and will land at Harsal Valley. Jugal Purohit for headlines today on board a Mi-17 V-5 for headlines today.